All right, we're done. No more playing. Metapod, let's go.
Metapod, let's go. Hey there, all you happy Pokemon trainers and the unhappy Pokemon trainers, frankly, any Pokemon trainers. Welcome to the Metapod, where all we do is harden your PvP skills. We're going to have to work on that. I'm your host, DangerGrey, here with my partners in crime, a couple of ace trainers, former ace trainers.
No more.
Guys are nobodies now. I'm here with Ramberto777 and Joeybrahhh.
Hey, yo.
And we are here, like I said, to talk about Pokemon Go PvP, the emerging esport. I'd like to call this a Pokemon PvPodcast. If you like what you hear here, don't let it end here. Head over to patreon.com/metapod to help us get this PvPodcast started. So they've reset the Sylph Road cards. Have you guys seen that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
See, both of you had things to lose. I, on the other hand, quite happy to see mine reset to 0. I'm now on your level.
All that hard work, man.
Guys, it is exactly 12:00.
Ooh.
Welcome to Sinister Cup month.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a present for you guys.
It's a tournament right now.
Whoever finishes that first tournament is going to be number one in the world right now.
If we weren't literally recording a podcast right now, I would totally try and talk you guys into doing that. Like jumping into new rules. They have like the practice ones that now this season, right? Where you can just have a tournament and it doesn't have to actually count for anything.
Yep.
Because I feel like that was definitely... not that I was like totally nickel and diamond it last season or anything. I came in the middle of the year, but I feel like that was part of my like faux pas, if you will, as far as my ranking is concerned. Is like I just went and showed up at tournaments as often as I could and played them and didn't care. Like, you know, if I had a whole bunch of 2-2s or 3-1s or whatever, but like the fact that it kind of forced those on you, even if they are only 1 out of 10 versus your weight, those still like they counted, but now they don't have to.
Yeah. So I'm actually a little like unaware on that. Does it actually affect your win percentage, the practice one, or does it not do anything?
I don't think so. I think it's just like a non-ranked.
Like nothing. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was my understanding, was that it was a nothing.
Like nothing, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Win percentage, I guess, though, if that's still a thing, which we can assume it is, like it's probably overall, huh? So like if you have ultra tournaments or master league tournaments now, those will probably count towards the win percentage, yeah?
Yeah, if you rank them, if they're ranked, for sure.
Oh, I think those are unranked.
No, because they said they can count as times. What is it? Times 1, times probably
Birdo.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll never be the 10 times weighted, you know, but you can use it as a regular. Yeah.
Hey, never say never.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe season 3. Maybe season 3.
Someday,
yeah.
I don't think my dust will ever be able to catch up in that.
If I take showers, listen, dust, maybe. Yeah.
I just caught up to this whole thing that people do. It's kind of in. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's called having 2 charge moves.
Yeah, I don't ever do that. Yeah.
I have a present for you guys.
I like presents.
Yeah.
I do. Do either of you fellows happen to have a legacy Primeape?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I do not. I know I don't. Yeah.
Well, now you do, guys. I got cross chops coming at both of you.
Oh,
nice.
I know, right? Yeah, I've been using mine a bunch this week, getting ready for Sinister Cup, and I really, really, really love the quickness of cross chop, because it's that brick break effect, right, from like your Raichu or whatever, but it actually does damage. And then I think it's a really great mon, and especially with the changes to Power Up Punch, which just got nerfed through the ground, as I think most people are probably well aware now. I think that it's really a strong choice for fighter. And shout out to, is it JR? Who's the guy we like that does the
article? Seawolf.
Yep. Saw his thing on Reddit. Really cool write-up about cross-chop Machamp as well as Primeape. And that's where I snagged the idea.
Yeah.
You know, me and my treasure trove of legacies. Speaking of my treasure trove of legacies, Birdo, I also have bad news for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Oh man, I thought we were gonna pretend like this was new, but I mean, do you want to just?
No.
Should I tell them? Or?
Just go ahead. Just get it over with.
Well, this is bad news for Birdo, but good news for all of you out there. I have a Haunter from 2016. Side note, I actually have 2 because, you know, Daddy's got to keep one for himself. We're going to give away not just any Shadow Ball Haunter, but the one that Birdo has been coveting since, like, the day he met me.
Getting that double legacy Magneton.
Oh, man, I was in such a good mood, and now He's been trying to get it, and the only thing that I give it to him for is the double legacy magneton, and he is clutching that with his cold, dead hands.
Yeah.
I really can't find one of those anywhere. I have gosh darn almost every other thing you can name. We're giving away Shadow Ball Hunter. We're going to give it away on October 16th. We are going to do our best to do it live that morning around, I want to say 11 a.m. Pacific.
It's a little early, but I could wake up.
Yeah. Joey needs his beauty sleep.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. And that's a school day for Berto.
Yeah.
Are they gonna let you out of middle school to do that?
Ooh.
I hope I can escape the preschool. They have security guards over there now.
Yeah, you could take off during nap time and chat in the bathroom.
Never look back.
Yeah. 11 a.m. on October 16th. That is a Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That gives the entire second half of the month of Sinister Cup play to get to use, according to PvPoke, second overall. Or no, wait, now it's the third, huh? Is that right with the changes? Didn't Steelix move up to second? Did you guys see
Yeah,
this?
I think it's third now.
Is Steelix first now?
No, I think Marowak's still there. Yeah,
you're
Marowak's
right.
still number one.
Yeah, I don't know what
Marowak
you're
just is good.
It's Wax Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to all the details later. But we're gonna up to 3 chances to enter, 3 different ways you can do it, and everyone is eligible except for Berto, basically. Just not Berto.
Yay.
You guys just want to jump into the meta? Honestly, when I read the update, it seemed like there was going to be a lot different with the gameplay, but I feel like as far as the, in particular, the overtapping, undertapping issue, it seems like that hasn't totally changed yet. Do you guys feel that when you're playing now? Do you see the difference right away? Or
Yeah, undertapping is still, well, for now, still a thing.
Yeah, it's been working for me constantly.
Yeah.
Don't think it's been stopped yet, but they definitely voiced their opinion that they want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. And actually, you kind of had a strong opinion on the reasons to keep that, Joey. Is that right?
Yeah, I understand I understand where they're coming from. Trying to make it a more even playing field for everybody, but I don't know. I think I was telling you guys earlier that it's like, say for instance between me and Berto, it's like when you're with somebody that's just as skilled as you are. It's like those little things that really do make the difference. So if he decides to undertap and I'm just spamming my last charge move, then he outplayed me. He kind of deserves to win that, So it's another thing that CMP just ends up being important to. And, it's kind of, CMP is already pretty kind of lame as it is. So
for the layman's out there, that's a charge move priority.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. We got to educate the masses. The theme for this season, bringing more people into the fold. I feel like the faster we can all expand the sport and get more people excited about it and trying it, just the better for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is one of you playing a harmonica?
That's not me.
I may or may not have had Instagram open for a second, and I didn't realize that my volume was still on.
Yeah, just following those harmonica Instagram pages.
What were we on?
About to start the Sinister meta, I think.
Yeah, about to start Sinister, yeah.
Right. So, charge move priority, you are correct when you say that it's another thing to separate it besides just CMP. I think that's actually a really good point, Joe, because, I will say that as much as I love this sport, the times when I don't, and of course, yes, even the things we love the most, there are times that we get frustrated with it. I think the times when I don't love this game or this sport is when I have lost matches where I feel like it was not something I could alter. And you're right that the more that they are streamlining, almost in a negative sense, bringing the skill cap down as this might do. So what they're doing, for those unaware, is trying to make it more of a real-time effect between the energy return on using moves instead of the delay, and timing out that delay has become sort of a secondary skill, a hurdle to jump in getting better at the game. The more ways there are to differentiate yourself, the more of a game it is and the less frustrating it can be. Because when it feels like rock, paper, scissors of I pulled out the wrong 3 Pokemon against his 3, that has always kind of, that's when I'm like, man, what?
Yeah, I get that.
You don't ever have that happen, do you, Berto?
I try.
Yeah. I will say in favor of it, though, I always think it's kind of weird that the moves are delayed anyways. I think, Niantic's way of having PvP work in the first place is kind of odd that the moves are always one turn behind.
It is
and that's
strange,
why,
isn't it?
yeah. So it's kind of a lot to fix. It sounds like it's going to be a little harder than maybe that's why they haven't done it yet.
It's really strange kind of conceptually. You got to wonder like why they would do that. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that it's a mobile game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people are playing on all different sorts of situations as far as connection goes, right? Or trying to keep something real time when people are literally anywhere around the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me, but it feels kind of counterintuitive. It almost feels like they should give it to you when you use it. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm sure it has to do with that.
Yeah, I'm sure that is too. I'm not technical with it, but I'm pretty positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it doesn't seem that drastic to me yet. It seems like mostly the changes are these moveset changes, like Power Up Punch getting nerfed through the floor.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Is Polly dead?
No, definitely not. Polyrath is still the best fighter.
Mudshot Polly's dead?
Mudshot Polly might be on its way out.
I think it's on its way out, yeah.
You mean like entirely, not just in this meta?
Yeah. Because this whole purpose was spamming that Power Up Punch for the most part. And it just doesn't work like Medicham, where counter is such a good move that it's Power Up Punch is worth it still.
Sure.
Mudshot, you're just doing no damage no matter what.
Honestly, at least in this particular meta, I would maybe even disagree if Power Up Punch is still worth it on Medicham. Because
I consider Dynamic Punch. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Part of what made Power Up Punch so effective, even as it was buffing counter, it was by the time you get to that third or fourth one, you're hitting for what? It was like 80 damage for 35 energy, right?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And that was what, by the end of it, it's just overwhelming you. But without that effect, you're not really getting overwhelmed at any point. It's just kind of turning confusion into charm or something.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, I've been experimenting with Is it Cham or Cam? Metacam, Metacham?
It's Cham. Yeah.
100%?
100%.
All right.
I'd say 200%. No, I'd say 200% Cham.
Okay. Well, where did the Cham come from? What's it like? What is the Cham? Because I'm gonna say, okay. For example, I believe the medic comes from perhaps meditate because he looks like a yogi, Right?
Yeah.
So what's the Cham?
Well, it's like Hitmonchan, It's like a fighting type. Cham.
Oh, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Chan, Hitmonchan.
Yeah. So
I mean, they already have something named Hit. No, never mind. I made a stupid thing. Never mind. Just forget that.
No,
it's like Jackie Chan, So then they moved it to Cham.
No, I can't believe I didn't put that together. You're totally it's Hitmonchan. It's the N to M through me.
They're following the same kind of pattern, I think.
For some reason, I thought freaking Hitmonchan was named Metachan.
It almost should be, right?
Yeah.
Chan versus.
It should almost, yeah.
It kind of would make more sense. But, for Niantic to do things that make sense would be out of character.
Too much for them.
Yeah. Oh, boy. If we already did that in the first episode. If you haven't heard the first episode, you should check it out. It's available anywhere you found this one.
It's an instant classic.
To say the least. As soon as I said Hitmonchan, I want to watch Indigo League. All right, let's.
So fighters, you think it's Polyrath still the best fighter?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I would like to give an honorary mention, as we began with, to Primeape. Seriously.
I think Primeape is actually second, in all honesty. I think it's Primeape or Medicham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Medicham is actually still very solid. But Polyrath is still, I think, winning just because of Marowak coverage a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marowak's interesting, though. Fire Spin?
Yeah. Oh, I love Fire Spin.
Ooh. Tell me about Fire Spin.
Well, Fire Spin, you can beat Steelix in the 1s and 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you actually, in the 1 shields, do better versus Polyrath.
Yeah, I'm going to sell people on Fire Spin right now, because if you're fighting a Polyrath and you have Hex, it's going to do 5 damage. If you have Fire Spin, it's still going to do 5 damage. You're losing 1 energy instead, so you're going to charge up a little slower. But yeah, you just totally have the Steelix match in exchange for that. Yeah, in exchange you have a better just all around matchup with most Pokemon.
It's a better generalist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and really, damage is not the issue, because it's doing just as much as the Hex is.
Yeah.
So, are you doing the same amount of damage to Ghost?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah. Like
I did not know that.
Yeah, like if I go Haunter first, a Hex does 10 and a Fire Spin does, I believe it's 10. Let me make sure.
Make sure the stats are the same.
Yeah, Fire Spin's 10. And all you're doing is, so the Hex gets you 11 energy, the Fire Spin gives you 10.
Do it to a Pure Ghost real quick, just to be sure.
I mean,
that should be exactly the same, because there's no, let's see. I'll do Dusclops.
Yeah.
I'm just being thorough.
We're good. I'd rather be thorough. So it does 5 damage to Dusclops. You're right, because there might be different breakpoints for certain things.
Well, it's
5 damage
poison.
for 5 damage for Hex, 5 damage for Fire Spin. Exact same. Like, you're not losing much. Like I'm saying, the only thing you're really going to lose out in is the Marowak Mirror, because they're going to get the Shadow Ball maybe 1 Hex faster.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think you miss out on anything. I think it's 100% worth it.
Yep, I agree.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. It's a game changer, them just adding Fire Spin to Marowak this meta. Just makes it even better.
Okay. Let me ask you guys about, just on that note, have you tried Steelix with, what is it, Thunderfang?
Yeah, I did try. Did you try it, Berto?
I haven't tried it, but I can't see myself using it.
It was, yeah.
Not a Thunderfang kind of guy, Berto.
It loses the mirror. That's the big one for me.
The mirror is terrible. And do you lose to I think you lose to Bastiodon then, right? Because
I think you still beat Bastiodon, but it's close.
Okay, so it's even closer.
But you lose to Dusclops. That's the
you
one.
Used to, yeah.
Even a Hex Dusclops.
The last thing Dusclops needs is more wins in this cup.
Yeah. And Crunch is such a good move to have. It's like putting Thunderfang on there is just like it ruins the potential of like sending off all those crunches. Because it just hits everything hard. Because Thunderfang is a very slow charge.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
compared to Dragon Tail.
Right. Because Dragon Tail is of course I'm thinking energy per se. I need to pull out the numbers because I know that they run them a little differently on PvPoke, and I want to use those. I think of it as 6 and then 6.67, but I think they cut it in half.
Dragon Tail is 3.33 energy per turn and 3 damage per turn.
Yeah.
Thunderfang, I believe, is 4 and 2.5.
Right. See, I'm used to the Pokegenie numbers, which is per second. And so there are 2 turns per second. Important thing that I said in our first episode, again, if you haven't heard the first one, you should check it out. The whole point of it was a sort of just like a 101. I think a really important point to hit it is knowing the numbers. I feel like a lot of players, even especially like the best ones that we all know that we play against a lot, don't know the exact specifics of moves, like exactly how much damage it's doing per turn or per second. So that's a great way to up your game, even if you already feel like you know a lot about this. Like, learn the numbers. It surprises me just how many people don't know them, I think, is the other reason I'm saying that. Anyway, please continue with what you were saying that I interrupted you and you probably don't even remember anymore.
The trade-off of Thunderfang is not good.
It's just not good.
It's just not worth it. You could beat, I think, Poliwrath with 2 shields.
You can beat Poliwrath with 2 shields, but
it's not worth. Yeah, it's just not worth. I can't see any reason for it being worth currently.
Yeah, why would they do it? Just so, because Dragon Tail is such a strong move. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the purpose of them adding it was. Like, what was their argument? I'm trying to pull up that the update here and see if I can even find it.
Like, it might come through in some other meta, but you just really want those charge moves. They're a little bit more important than.
Did you guys kind of feel like the update was aimed a little bit at Sinister Cup? Because I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we got Steelix, we got Mawile.
Mawile, that's a good one too.
Mawile is interesting. It's actually like on the verge of being a metamon now.
It's threatening, but I'm not too scared of it yet. But it's pretty threatening. Yeah, like a couple powered up bites.
It can do some damage.
Yeah, it has to use shields though. You know, it is a little squishy. Yeah.
Do we think Mawile is that one that like by halfway through the month, by like October 20th, everyone's talking about how you have to have Mawile now?
I feel like Mawile will be kind of similar to Wigglytuff in Jungle, kind of overhyped and underused.
Bam! Dropping knowledge.
It was, man.
Well put, dude.
It was so overhyped.
Clean hit, Berto. I'll tell you the best thing that Wigglytuff did. Nothing, because it was bench pressure.
True. Yeah.
Bench pressure was the most use that Wigglytuff had. Yep. When I put in that guy on for bench pressure, it actually completely changed my game. Like, uniformly, I did better against the same players because it was doing what it's supposed to. It would just force them to make different choices.
Well, two things. One, I think Mawile will be a little bit better than Wigglytuff in jungle, and two, the thing about Wigglytuff is because it was so overhyped, it changed the meta without being a threat, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, I know, I switched from Vespiquen to Venomoth the day it was announced.
Right.
And now, actually, it ended up being a good decision for me because Venomoth was like my MVP of the Jungle Cup. But yeah,
Venomoth was always great. Yeah, I think I slotted Fortress when Wigglytuff came out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use Fortress now, and that was like my only change. I still had Vespiquen and Venomoth, I think, but I just had a little coverage. Yeah.
I just had a weird early jungle team.
You guys know me. I just kept on plowing with my hair across.
So yeah.
Speaking of Venomoth, like probably a nominee for like most worthwhile Pokemon of 2019. I'd say like Venomoth, Lantern, and probably Medicham.
I'd say
right?
I'd say Medicham, Starmie, Azumarill, and like Lantern.
I'd say Raichu. And Raichu.
You do love Raichu. Why aren't you using Lola Raichu? Not the same kind of attachment?
Is a Alolan Raichu even viable in this? You guys
have you not tried him?
Oh, it is. Fluttershy
it
now.
Is. Yeah, I think it is too.
But the only thing is, it doesn't have that steel coverage that you get with Raichu.
The Wild Charge hits the tanks a little hard, and if not, then if you're running Grass Knot, that does decent.
I've actually been kind of wanting to try Thunder Punch and Psychic. I feel like for this, since Psychic got kind of rebuffed, or kind of
I think Psychic could be a good pick.
Have either of you guys used Psychic much since the rework?
A little bit. I keep getting destroyed with it.
Okay, so I think I like Pokemon that tend to have Psychic on their charge list.
Yeah.
And I really want to make the Slowbros work. In theory, I liked it. In practice, I haven't found they're that useful. But Psychic is definitely a pretty killer move now. Lola Raichu, in particular. Berto, you're right about Thunder Punch as being like a baiter. Although Wild Charge is just so much better, and it comes almost exactly the same time.
But the thing is, with a Pokemon like that, it's so frail, it needs something to bait with.
But you can bait with Wild Charge. Well, it's not baiting, but like it's so fast.
It's fast, but it's not fast enough to bait, I think.
It's 2 more Thunder Shocks than the Thunder Punch, I think. And that's
it's only one more for the second.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, who else got Psychic in this net? Somebody else did, right?
Giraffe
Rig. See, so he got a little bit better. And Giraffe was already pretty good.
The Ralts twins.
I've encountered a couple Medichams with Psychics, and it's just been able to like take out my Alolan Marowak with it.
That's exactly what I've been using it for. I TM'd over Power Up Punch with Psychic.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, if people aren't really looking into it and they're expecting the same old Medicham, it's
this season on Everybody Loves Medicham. He's not the same guy you knew.
He is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take out about half of Lola Marowak's health with just like one well-placed Psychic. It's pretty quick. It chunks him down. I can't believe how much you love Raichu and you haven't given it a try yet, Joe.
Oh, I gave it a shot. Trust me, I gave it a shot, but it just was not working out that great. You know what I mean?
Kind of where I came down on it too is I was really excited about it and I built one and I was like so stoked, and then it was just like, or I could be using something else.
Yeah, but with how popular Drifloon is, it's like it would be probably a good pick. And it gets Empoleon, it gets Poliwrath. Like it kind of works.
I really like it as an open. I love opening with a Raichu. You get that Wild Charge damage out. Yeah, either they're burning shields or they're getting chunked down quick.
Yeah, and for the most part, nothing in the meta could tank like a Wild Charge that great. So they are burning shields.
I think the only thing that can really kind of hard wall that is like either Bastiodon or Steelix.
Burning shields and breaking hearts.
And I'm thinking a Grass Knot will still hit Bastiodon pretty hard, right? So they might be scared.
Do you know what? I hit a Bastiodon today. Actually, Berto, you'll like this. My Confusion Executor, I finally hung him up on the wall for now.
Okay, in this. That's probably for your own good. As much as I hate to say it.
I loved the idea of it, but I tell you what, I got one real well placed. Like I lined it up. It was like right in the sights, just like, here it comes, baby. Seed bomb to the face, Bastiodon. And it
does nothing.
I turned my phone off.
Yeah.
It was so unimpressive. I don't know about the how much stronger is Grass Knot?
It's not that good.
Grass Knot is not.
Yeah.
If you're running a Alolan Raichu, you just want to Wild Charge Bastiodon. And you can get him down to 14 HP though with 1 shield each. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that to run Raichu and then have good matchups against Poliwrath and Drifloon and a lot of others. I don't know. Sinister opened up a lot with these move changes, I think.
I've definitely considered it. It's interesting.
I'll tell you what I like about Electric in this meta is I like it as the like offhand second move for Aggron, if anyone's trying out Aggron, and Banette has that Thunder on there as well. Like Electric is a well-placed, like kind of out of left field thing, but the full Electric build I didn't find as useful as I wanted it to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Love Probopass.
Yeah.
Probopass is interesting.
Still interesting, yeah.
I think we can double Thunderbolt and beat Poly in the 1 shields.
I would imagine. Yeah,
Really?
I would imagine so.
I have to double check, but I remember, I think it was King that said that.
I have not even been running
Let's see.
Thunderbolt on it.
Oh yeah, you need Thunderbolt
No?
Rock
Yeah,
Slide.
I would say you definitely want, yeah.
Wow.
The only thing I don't like about Probopass is it kind of gets hard-walled by Steelix.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, Joey just like before we started doing this, I took an earthquake to the face, and it was like really disappointing.
Yeah, that's the negative of it. It has good matchups against other people, though.
You could run it as like a flex mon, but yeah, it's as like your sole kind of tank mon or steel. I'd run Steelix.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any comparison to Steelix. Bastiodon is really strong, but it's no Steelix.
Yeah.
So our meta, we definitely have Steelix in there. You wanted to keep Poliwrath in for this meta, right?
Yeah, Poliwrath is still the best fighter in this meta.
It's close. It's closer, though. I will say it's closer than it was.
It's closer, definitely.
Let me ask you this. It might be the best fighter, but is it necessary for everyone's team of 6 if they want to have the best shot of winning?
If they want to have the best shot at winning,
Do they have to?
I'd strongly recommend it, but now you can get away with just like Empoleon.
I guess
But-
that's the difference between a required and a choice. Like,
But I would put it under that required list.
You would.
I would say you want to have Poliwrath. Or if you don't have Poliwrath, you need subs for it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's close. It's very, very close to required. But I think other fighters are very close as well. If you want to, like, pick up the poly match too, you could run other fighters.
It depends on your team.
Yep.
It really depends on your team.
That's fair. So
I put it like one step below required.
Yeah, it's very close though. I agree.
I'm good with that. I
has
like
good
that.
matchups.
It's required for some people depending on the build you're using.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we said, Steelix, there is no alternative. You're not going to find something that does what Steelix does in this. If you want the best shot of winning, Steelix is a must. Yeah? Is that
I mean, I've seen teams work with Bastiodon and Probopass.
both?
Yeah, I would say nothing is 100% required, but if you want the best chance at trying to do good, unless like you really, really, really know what you're doing.
Yeah, if you want to do bad,
That makes
don't pick Steelix.
I don't think there's much debate for Alola Marowak.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
Marow's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
think,
just good.
yeah, on PvPoke, I believe in the one shield, which is, the holy grail of matchup testers. I think it's like
Find it in a second. Well, for Fire Spin or Hex, because
Fire Spin, because
Okay.
it's got more coverage.
in the one shield with baiting, of course.
And
It
perfect
wins.
IVs now, too, right?
Oh, 1 second. With a rank 1 Marowak,
Uh-huh.
it wins 88.2%. That's 82.
Jeez.
It loses to 5, and it draws with 6.
That's crazy.
Okay.
What's Hex? I'm curious.
Hex is 83.9. So still good.
Where are you getting that number?
PvPoke.
Where does it show that?
If you sim Marowak versus, you have to go to multi-battle, Sinister Cup, 1
Uh-huh.
shield, 2 charge moves. I'll link it.
Yeah, but I just don't know where on the screen it shows the percentage that you're.
It has a little graph.
Yeah, like as soon as you calculate it, it'll show a little graph. It'll give you the percent and then the win.
Yep, the only things that it loses to in the one shield with baits, Haunter, Empoleon, Poliwrath, Bastiodon, and Aggron.
Wow. Have you guys tried Aggron?
No.
Nope.
If I'm gonna run Aggron, I'm gonna run Bastiodon. That's where I'm at in my life.
exactly.
Honestly, I happened
Or
across
Probopass.
Yeah, or Provo.
I happened across a like 50th rank PvP Aggron already leveled a couple weeks ago, and I just like noticed it and stored him because I think the second move on those guys is 10k too. I wanted to try it just to see because it shows up on all these numbers. It was hitting harder than Probopass and way harder than Bastiodon, but it was just dying too fast to be more useful than them.
Yeah.
Because they're all three basically the same Pokemon because they're the same type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
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 Yeah. So meta though. What else in the meta? Are we back on?
Are we on the air?
Are we live?
Are we
again?
back?
Is it?
This podcast is live. I want to remind everybody.
Someday. We're going to be live on October 16th at approximately 11 a.m. Pacific, unless noted otherwise. This is a great time for me to fill in that thing. So here is where I'm going to cut in the info about the shit, and if you listen to the podcast, then you got here, and there you go. Congratulations. You haven't won anything yet. So you want to win the Shadow Ball Haunter, officially named Birdo's Baller for quite some time now. Well, there's 3 ways you can enter here. You can enter once, twice, or all 3 times. It's totally up to you. We got 2 very easy ways to do it and a 3rd super easy way. The first, easiest of all of them, I would say, is to follow us on Twitter at MetaPodShow and retweet any of the tweets there about this episode and the Haunter giveaway. The second way is to subscribe to the YouTube channel where this episode is posted. Again, the show is the Metapod, and the episode is listed, whatever the hell I called it when I decided to post it up. Probably something like Fresh Take on the Sinister Cup with Joeybrahhh and Ramberto777 with the handsomest host with the mostest, DangerGrey. I don't know, I'm sure you can find it. And the third way is to find the episode on iTunes or Spotify. The artist or name of creator will be the Metapod, and the episode is going to be something to the effect of episode 102, Sinister Cup Breakdown. And once you have listened to the full episode, because believe it or not, they do track these things, once you've listened to the full episode, you would want to leave a review of it. Whatever you think of us, I mean, be honest here. I'm not just shooting for 5-star reviews, but do you know a better one? I don't. And then once you've done any number of these, you can either send a DM to us on Twitter at MetaPodShow, letting us know the name of your in-game. I want your in-game name, so that we know who it is that's entering, because who knows what kind of weird, CatFan305 name you might have on YouTube. That doesn't tell me what your name is in-game. So we need the name of your Pokemon trainer in-game, and the number of times you entered, and just let us know which entries are yours is from the subscribers on the YouTube, the tweets or whatever. Just make sure you get credit for your entries, and don't try to get credit for more entries than you made, because if you do end up winning and we can't confirm the fact that you did these things that you're claiming you did, we will very, very happily move on to find someone else to win who did do the things. So, again, you can enter via Twitter or YouTube or podcast networks such as iTunes or Spotify, and once you have done so, you can DM us on Twitter, or if you don't have a Twitter and you just wanted to subscribe to the YouTube and then make that your entry as easy as quick as possible, that's fine. Just send us an email at it's metapodshow@gmail.com. So any of these 3 ways, you can enter and get yourself a Shadow Ball Haunter. The details as to how we will get you the Shadow Ball Haunter, if you don't happen to live in Southern California, we will work it out with you. You can give your info to one of the fellas, and they will do the trade with me, or you can have a representative of your own come and we'll work it out one way or another. We will work it out. I'm sure that we can make it happen. Best of luck to you. We will try to give away maybe more Legacy Pokemon with next cup that comes around. We'll see if I have any in the old Legacy Treasure Trove. But the idea here is to give people a chance at a Pokemon that they really would have no other chance to get, because people are always asking me to see all the Legacies when I'm at a tournament. They love to look at them. But then when I say, yeah, of course it's up for trade, what do you have to trade for it? Very rarely do they have anything that I need. And I swear to God, if you come up to me at a tournament and tell me about what shinies you have to offer me, one more time, people, one more time, mention the shinies. Oh boy. So we're trying to give people a shot at something they wouldn't otherwise have a shot at. If you have any questions about how to do it, you can email us. Again, it's metapodshow@gmail.com, or send a DM to @metapodshow on Twitter. We appreciate your listenership. And again, if you want to support us, you can go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/metapod. But you can win by
somehow.
Boom! There's the info on how.
Boom.
And Hunter is so sick in this meta, dude.
Hunter is
Get
a
one.
must-have. If you don't have it, you're gonna lose.
Let's talk about the ghost.
Ghost, go.
Who's the ghostest with the mostest?
Well, besides Marowak.
I mean, if it's HP, it's Drifblim.
I'd say from Marowak, then it goes to a decision between Drifblim and Dusclops.
I totally agree with you. I'm just saying, but statistically, the ghostest with the mostest HP, it's literally Drifblim.
It's just literally Drifblim.
Yeah,
Drifblim is a tank.
Just a mega tank.
Oh my god! And if Ominous Wind goes off, like, forget about it.
Yeah, like. That's one thing I think it has ahead of Dusclops is just the Ominous Wind chance.
So yeah, that chance there is definitely something that Drifblim has going for it. Also, the fact that it's a blimp full of souls.
Yeah, that's why it has so much HP.
Yes.
It's definitely up there for best Pokemon backstories. Coolest one that I know.
Yeah, there's some dark ones, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, the mask is just literally a dead person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, that's just strange.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what I think it's Duskull because it has to do with dusk, right? The evening time. So its story is that it will follow you around all night long the second that it sees you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right? That's pleasant.
Yeah. He's kind of cute. I'd let him follow me around.
I think it is adorable. I don't know that it was supposed to be.
It depends what he does when he catches up to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Birdo, just... So you know how every Pokemon has like it's the blah blah Pokemon, Flower Bell Pokemon. Apparently that's my Pokedex voice, by the way.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, it's not bad. Duskull, as dopey for a ghost Pokemon as that one is, it's the Requiem Pokemon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Pokedex is one of the most underrated feature in the game, in my opinion.
I agree. I like it.
Where were we?
Ghostest with the mostest. How about Frostlass?
Frostlass is interesting. It's just so squishy.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
No.
Have you seen anyone try it?
Yes, I have. I faced a couple.
Yeah. And it's a risk again now with Fire Spin Marowak, so it's kind of probably actually fallen off.
Actually, you know what? I was totally just kind of gonna go in hard on it, but that's really, I forgot that was the reason that I decided to like put it on the back burner.
Step away, yeah.
Because I don't know if I don't think I've really expressed this to either of you, but I love getting to those like hard moves really quickly the way they do, and it's like overwhelming in that sense. With the introduction of the Fire Spin, it's kind of just like the Vigoroth of this cup, right?
Yeah.
The one that like you're probably gonna face in most sets of 3 that people pull out.
And Avalanche is such a good move, and Shadow Ball is such a good move, but
probably the fastest, best way to bring out dark moves in this meta, which are strong, would be with Powder Snow and Crunch, right? Fastest way to spam dark moves.
I think that's the fastest. Yeah.
And Crunch is a decent move. It's not soft.
Yeah, it's a good move. I don't know, which would you pick, Shadow Ball Crunch or
Shadow Ball
Crunch Avalanche? Huh?
I'd probably do Shadow Ball Avalanche.
Honestly,
you think so?
Run the Sims on it. Shadow Ball Crunch, I think, comes out.
Because Crunch is the same coverage as Shadow Ball, right? You're still gonna hit the ghost the same. Avalanche will pick you up.
But it's quicker.
Dusclops. What do you guys think?
Oh man,
I love Dusclops.
I haven't even got to try one because they're so expensive to make, but I'm saving up because I've seen the two of you guys use them on me repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun one to use. I really like it. Hex Feint Attack is the only question I'm questioning in my head right now.
I've asked you both, and neither of you have been able to tell me.
I'm up in the air still. I'm thinking I'm gonna try Feint Attack for the next week. But
how much harder does Hex hit with Stab though?
Not much. I mean, just Feint Attack still does so much more damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. What's the numbers on Hex again? Let me pull this up here. I got it here.
I'll look at ghosts, for instance.
Damage, energy per turn. So it's 2 per. So 2 per turn.
I'm actually gonna test out Feint Attack.
You really should.
Yeah.
So Fan Attack picks you up the Stilix win, right?
I think it has to bait in ones, but it does.
It is, yeah.
You guys know I like Feint Attack in general. I've been using, I'm not saying I stand by it and just like carry it brazenly into a tournament, but I have been playing with Feint Attack Zatu specifically as an opener, I will say. Berto, I know you like the Metal Bell thing. Bronzong.
The beatdown bell.
Oh, Bronzong is the bomb.
Yeah. And it's strong with Feint Attack too.
Actually, I'm using it with Confusion right now.
No, I know.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I'm just saying I've tried it both ways, and I think it worked Feint Attack too.
I keep saying I think you should try Lugia if you like what's his name, Zatu.
Okay, maybe.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, Lugia is interesting. You definitely need Hydro Pump on it, and I'm too cheap to get a second move because with like Hydra, you could pick up like the Stilix win and better coverage against Bastiodon and all that.
I think it actually goes kind of even. If it has Dragon Tail, it goes pretty even with Steelix.
Yeah, I know if you land the Hydro, it's done.
Yeah.
But if not, he probably goes pretty even with them.
Yeah. I think you can just double Hydro, though.
Yeah, you can double Hydro. Wow, I didn't know. Double Hydro.
Do you have to shield?
You shield 1 crunch. You could tank 2, though, and then it comes down to CMP at the end. See, but if you could under-tap, there's your victory.
Yeah, that's interesting, though.
That is actually, Hydro Pump's scary too, and they might not even shield the first one, thinking it's just a bait.
So, as quick as your inner monologue moves, will you translate what you just said, Joey?
So Lugia, Berto gave me the knowledge that Lugia could just go for 2 straight Hydro Pumps instead of trying to trick somebody with the shield bait of a Sky Attack first.
Mm-hmm.
So if they think that you are baiting them on the first one, you're either going to land a Hydro Pump and win the match, or they're for sure going to have to use 2 shields to take you down. So it's actually a seemingly good match. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good match against Stilix. And Stilix is known as an anti-flyer, I would say.
And Lugia is a little bit easier to get under 1500 than some of the other legendaries, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
It's a lot closer.
Yeah, it's a lot closer. Exactly, yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but freaking Cresselia has been a pain in the butt. I'm on like 18 or 20 now.
Cresselia is very hard, man.
I know you ate up all 5 of mine.
Yeah.
Now, are you all doing like, is it all new friends too? Not like big friendships, not like ultras and...
Yeah,
I think 5 were... Most of them have been ultras and a couple have been good friends.
You got to get the first day friendship and then just trade it. Get like
I don't want to spend the dust.
Get like a 3%. Well, it's only, what is it? It's only, you already have it, right? So it's not that much dust.
Yeah, it's like 20k. It's not that much dust, to be real.
It's 20k for a legendary you already have?
Added good friends, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sucks. But, I mean, it's still worth it if you want it.
Or sorry, 16k.
16k, yeah.
Honestly, that's not that
better.
much dust, fellas.
It's not that much, yeah. That's like...
It's only a lot of dust when it doesn't go under.
What kind of win percentage does Lugia have on the Sinister Cup? It's a terrible win percentage.
Is it?
If you look at what can like easily take like a Sky Attack or a Hydro Pump, there isn't anything that really wants to eat either of them.
Yep.
So the win percentage doesn't matter in this case?
It's more about the condensed meta.
Okay.
Yeah, think about what is being used and, like what wants to really take a Sky Attack is not much.
I'd say Lugia is probably the second best safe swap in this meta.
That is a very important thing to bear in mind when using these resources. So I'm a fan of Pokebattler, which I've said before on the show, if you listen to the first episode. And Berto, very understandably, has a lot of issues that he takes up with it. There's no perfect resource yet either, I would say, but PvPoke is arguably much closer to a trustworthy source on finding, how to rank Pokemon and such. But I think that the idea of a safe swap is exactly like at the heart of the issue that I have with both of them. The idea of a safe swap is not about being able to beat something one-on-one. It's being able to get the out of dodge with whatever you have in that's getting its ass kicked.
Yeah.
Right? So like it's a different set of values that you're basing the value of the Pokemon on.
Yeah. That's the thing about Lugia though. It's either gonna burn shields or it's gonna flip matchups if you use it as a safe swap.
Mm-hmm. And that's super, super valuable. You could come up with a way to like numerically find safe swaps. Sure, you could, right? And then rank them. I mean, the whole game is numbers.
Yeah.
There's very little in this game that wouldn't break out to numbers if you sat down and did it. You just have to find the right way to approach it. Where are we at now, fellas?
Did we kind of cover all the Sinister meta?
I would say we're not done. There's got to be something, but we're getting close. And also
maybe psychics or
We haven't done tanks or steals either. I mean, well, we broke them down by name, but we didn't talk about them like as a type quite enough, I would say. Like I want to talk because people are going to see, they're going to be looking at other sources or whatever, and they're going to see like Pharaoh Thorn and like wonder what the fuck.
Oh gosh.
I mean, what do you guys think? Any purpose or nah?
It has some like Pharaoh Thorn.
I'm infatuated with the idea of a grass steel, but I don't know
like
the
the grass steel.
Yeah, I don't know the moveset. Yeah.
If it got Power Whip in the main series and in this game, it would be
It does
amazing.
get Power Whip. It is Power Whip.
Not Power Whip, Vine Whip. Sorry, that's
Vine Whip. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If it got Vine Whip, it would be great.
I'm unimpressed by whatever Metal Claw or.
Yeah, Metal Claw is just bad.
Metal Claw is bad. Yeah, it doesn't win too much of anything important. I think. I don't know. It wins Polyrath and.
Is that about it?
Like Cresselia, I guess.
That's
yeah. Because I think it resists basically most of everything, or takes neutral.
There's so much hype on Cresselia, and I just have not been like overwhelmed by a Cresselia yet. Have either of you?
I have, yeah.
Really?
That's why I've been trying to get one so bad.
Okay.
It's like Azu in late game, if that makes sense.
How so?
Because it's so tanky, a lot of the times it can just out-tank the ghosts. Like, I've had scenarios where
Psychic that can out-tank ghosts is scary.
Like, I believe it beats Dustclops in 0 and 1, and it beats, I'm pretty sure it beats Marowak in the zeros.
Wow.
And other than maybe like
Did you just quack, Joey?
Wow.
Translation, please.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I was just observing. He was sounding interesting, I was just quacking.
Oh, no actual thoughts on Chris.
No actual, just a quack. It's not important. I don't think it's necessary.
Right.
I don't think it's the best confusion user. I think it's just there.
It's not a confusion user. Don't you use like Psycho Cut or whatever, or nah?
In this meta, you actually want confusion, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't know why, but for some reason, the second that I saw Psycho Cut and like what it was, I'm jonesing to use it somewhere, and I have yet to be able to really.
Yeah, I agree. Psycho Cut's a great move, but
it's so cool.
No, like metamons have really been able to use it. Yeah.
Honestly, doing great part to confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that ability to beat even the ghosts and the zero shields makes it interesting.
That is a solid argument for it. I can't say anything otherwise. It's a good point.
Me too.
Okay, so Cresselia, if you can fucking get one.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's a shiny, it's even more bonus points.
I know a guy who has one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find somebody that's not like good friends with me yet. Wait. Yeah, Danger, did you get one?
What?
A shiny Cresselia? You didn't, huh? Because we had this conversation.
I think Cresselia was maybe the raid Pokemon, like when I picked this game back up for the first time in 3 years, and I gave them all to Birdo.
Yeah.
I got one at like 15-12, and I think you got one like 15-16 or something. You usually got a 15-03 the other day, Birdo?
I did, and the worst thing is the other guy got one under 1500.
Oh, in that same trade?
Yep.
Wow. Was it an ultra friend or not?
It was a good friend.
Wow.
That was the 16k trade.
Wowzers. Man, yeah. I'm trying to trade my shiny Mawile.
I actually have one.
Do you want to swap them?
The only thing about that is I hatched it during that tiny sliver of time where it was available in 7k eggs.
Uh-huh.
So technically, it's like my rarest shiny that I have.
What do you mean?
It was during the Hoenn event when Mawile was available in 7k eggs. I don't think after that it's been available in 7k eggs.
Uh-huh.
So technically, it's my rarest shiny.
Why? Because at the bottom it says hatched?
Hatched, and since it came from a 7k egg.
But, like, how does that affect it other than the fact that it says hatched at the bottom?
It doesn't. That's why I said technically.
I don't know. That's a decent reason to not trade it to me, to be real. I mean, what are we collecting except, like, shiny little pocket monsters? So if it says something different on it, I suppose it's cool. Let's be real. But I'll give you a Shadow Ball Haunter for it.
Oh, no.
Dang.
Apparently that's what it sounds like when Birdo lies.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Now I do. It's named Birdo's Baller and has been since, like, he asked me for it. So what is up for grabs? For one lucky trainer out there, you can have Birdo's Baller.
I've looked literally everywhere for a Shadow Ball Haunter. You're the only person I found that actually has one.
Sorry, I have two. Correction.
Oh, yeah, two.
I only have one. What do you call it though? It's a Shadow Claw Shadow Ball because
gotcha.
the other one that I have is a Lick Shadow Ball.
Oh, that's getting an instant. I would instantly TM that.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, it's like super cool and also completely worthless.
Yeah.
I TM'd over a. This is a lot less cool, but I TM'd over a Raichu.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thundershock?
No,
Thunder.
of course not. No, I had a Thundershock. I had a Thundershock Thunder Raichu.
Okay, yeah, that's.
And I TM'd over it for Wild Charge or Brick Break. One of
I
the
accept that.
Yeah. And actually, the Primate is Karate Chop Cross Chop.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough TM.
Oh yeah.
By the way, for those wondering, how are you gonna trade me a thing? I live in Ohio.
Antarctica.
First of all, if you live in Antarctica, I really, really, really need a snowy Castform.
I don't know what happened, but I just heard Danger said, if you something, and then I just hear Joey say Antarctica, and I am very confused. It just cut out for like a second.
I'll make it clear for you. If they live in Antarctica, Danger needs a snowy Castform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's real simple, bro. I don't know what you missed.
Okay.
So no, but if they happen to live in Antarctica and want to win your Shadow Ball Haunter, they need to somehow make a trade with us. Is what I was getting at. So what was the solution we came up with? They were gonna give me their info, and then I was gonna see if they had any legacies that we wanted.
Yeah. That or we're gonna buy them a plane ticket and fly them all the way.
I tell you what, we got enough Patreon donations. I will totally fly them out here. That'd be a cool prize for next year. Someone can fly out and help us host a big tourney out here in SoCal, which is the center for North American Pokemon training.
I'd say for West Coast PvP, it's definitely like one of the hot spots.
You're saying the West Coast is a hot spot for West Coast PvP?
No, LA specifically.
Well, hold on, LA. Okay, because Central Valley's got it going on.
I don't know what part I am. I think I'm part of Central Valley. But
I mean,
I
you're
don't really
supposed to know this. I'm not actually
I
from
think
here.
we're in Central Valley, but I'm like I'm like an LA boy, I feel like I relate to the LA boys.
Look, I'm from Columbus, but I totally root for the Bengals or the Browns, depending on who's less awful that year. Yeah, we could fly someone out here if people like the show enough to donate to it. But I don't know about you guys, but I got to spend all that money on freaking raid passes so I can get these goddamn TMs.
TMs are the worst problem in the entire game.
Absolutely, hands down.
Hands down, the worst issue.
Don't sugarcoat it, Joey. Don't sugarcoat.
I have one right now, and it's stopping me from trying many things I want to try.
I have 2 fast TMs, 1 charge. This is the most amount of TMs I've had in a long time.
Hey, Niantic, 2 of your top world players can't try out different things that they want to try, like over the course of several weeks because of a roadblock.
Yeah, it's legitimately.
Maybe it's worth taking a look at. I don't know.
Just maybe. Maybe they should just look at it a little bit.
Like, I guarantee it's going to come into, factor on the next cup. Since I'm almost kind of done with this one, I can guarantee that it's going to be, Especially you just don't have that much time to raid all the time, It's like...
You're done with your build, and for the prep stage where you're going to need the TMs, right?
Mm-hmm. For the most part, there's still things I want to try, though. If I had 50 extra TMs, I'd still definitely try a lot.
Yeah. I'm waiting until, halfway through the month until they say, okay, just for example, Mawile is, the best Pokemon. Everybody needs to have Mawile. I'm just saving stuff for when that will inevitably happen. Not saying it's going to be Mawile.
Hey, Berto, I got to break something to you.
Yeah.
The they in that sentence... That's us.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm curious what you guys think will be that thing. I feel like Bubble Poly is going to prove to not be as commonly used.
I think it will see less use, but I think Bronzong is going to be that thing.
With Confusion or Feint Attack?
Yeah, Confusion. Because it's, I believe, the only Psychic that beats Cresselia, consistently.
Yeah. It's a bomb. That's all I could say. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I'm not giving away too much because everybody's going to run Bronzong then, but it's great.
Yeah, Bronzong is pretty good.
Yeah.
Fine. Play your cards close to your chest.
No,
I guess you know where Joey stands on.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I always love Bronzong.
Not bad.
Though. I always play Bronzong in any tournament I almost can. I'm a big Bronzong fan.
It's interesting because it kind of, in a weird way, acts a little bit like Skarmory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it with Feint Attack. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I think
I don't
Confusion might be the move, but fuck it. Oh, sorry. Screw it.
Hey, honestly,
Feint Attack might be
I've
it,
dropped. I've dropped. I may go back through and cut them out. I think I'm at 4 now. I would like this show to be family friendly generally.
Yeah. Screw it.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier. Somebody might switch out like on a thinking Bronzong has Confusion. Switch out to something that is actually weak to Feint Attack. You know what I mean? And then.
Whoa.
It's a good move for you.
Oh, you didn't say the Pokemon, did you? You just said.
No, I'm just. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Talk about playing their cards, dude. Getting paranoid.
I'm paranoid. You're paranoid.
Who's paranoid? I'm not paranoid.
Antarctica.
That's where we're holding our first tournament. The Metapod tournament in Antarctica.
The Metapod Antarctica edition.
Yeah.
It's going to be you, me, and the Penguins.
Yeah.
Only ice types.
Only ice types, dude. There it is.
Man, wow, that's cold, guys. You're going to leave Empoleon out of
That's cold.
Oh. Is that a wrap? I mean, I think we pretty much.
I think we ended up going over the Confusion users.
We did.
Yeah, I think so.
Is anything going to feel like we gave it the cold shoulder?
Let me see. I really don't think so. I think we went through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think it's good. We'll see.
I think it's good.
Birdo's stamp of approval.
Okay, I didn't say, but I will say Claydol is an honorable mentioning on the Confusion users. It's something that could actually beat Bronzong, and it deserves a little slight shout out.
So,
it's still pretty damn good.
Claydol is definitely one of the most commonly underrated. I feel like I didn't get to play in Boulder when it was the current one, but in Mirror Cups, I did a lot of damage in Boulders with Claydol. I feel like people underestimate it. And on that note, ground type attacks just in general in this meta is, I mean, if I had to pick a type that's like does the most across the board, like fucks shit up, man, we're just gonna have to curse on this show.
Yeah.
I feel you though. It's ground types. Ground types fuck shit up.
It is. Like what makes all the Pokemon really strong here, it's because they have at least one ground type charge move. And that's only because there aren't really any useful ground type fast moves unless you've got a Galark. What up?
Galark.
If only Galark got freaking Mud Shot.
Yeah. Mud Shot would be game over, dude. It'd be
the meta-defining Pokemon.
Yeah. I'd be yeah.
I mean, I've been using the Mud Slapper, and it's cool. I mean, it's good. You guys know that Galark, the first evolution of it is Golett, right? So
yeah.
Have you guys seen my buddy that I added in today?
No.
I saw a couple, I think yesterday. I can't remember
It's Jussie Golett. No, nothing. That's for the view. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Anything else you guys want to add to just Sinister Cup notes that like things you wanted to say because you haven't heard anyone else say them that you think are important? Ground type attacks.
Make sure you have fun. It's the first tournament of the year. You know.
Thank you.
There's nothing on the line. Don't stress out about it. There's gonna be like 9 other tournaments before anything, and just have fun. Get back into the grind of it, and that's it.
Definitely. Yeah. I think if you are going to wait your tournament, I believe that from personal experience last season, especially in August, just last month, find a place where you have a good connection, and don't wait a tournament if you are playing at somewhere that you have never played before, unless it's a big-ass one and you have to enter it. It's just personal experience. Don't take it too seriously. But at the same time, give yourself the best chance to win.
Yes, sir.
Because no one wants to be like, if you're waiting your match and you're going to lag out through the whole thing, you're going to be that guy who's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm lagged. We have to play it over. Like, you don't want to be that guy. Less of that guy.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I've only when I'm really lagging, I do well.
Really?
It's only like, okay, but like in that Bakersfield tournament, that was probably the worst lag I've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, Rusty sucks, man. That place sucked.
That place was. I literally had to go outside frequently at that place. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that it? We good? We closed?
That's it.
Done?
Closed.
All right. Tune in next time. I know you will, because maybe we should give away a different way. No, I'll give away all the ways to win a Haunter, but tune in anyway. I don't have to give away Pokemon to make you like this show. It's better than the others. So we'll see you here in a few days.
Yeah.
Later.
Yep.
Later.
See ya.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, you want that primate?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that, dude. Hey, Berto, also.
Yeah.
While we're on this subject, no, we're not really on the subject. I think I am going to that other tournament in freaking Santa Clara.
You are?
Yeah, I think so, because